Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with a reading in honor of the new moon in Virgo. This new moon in Virgo is going to signal the start of moving forward. Mercury stations direct tomorrow, and so this new moon is the perfect time for us to reset, set an intention, and start fresh on a forward direction. So we will be centering this reading around the Hermit. The Hermit is associated with the sign of Virgo. There's a very inward journey that we've all been on this Virgo season. And the Hermit is really representative of all of those Virgo archetypes, or a lot of them. So as I begin my shuffle, let's take a moment to really focus on my intention, on our intention. I want the intention you set for the new moon to be very personal, and I want it to be directly related to how Mercury has been for you during its retrograde period. But as a general intention for all of us for this reading, I'm going to use the phrase directional perfection. I want this spread to help us figure out how we can, in a very Virgo fashion, move forward in a forward direction. That is my big takeaway this week. So as I bring the deck into chaos, let's really think for a moment about what that means for you. What is the perfect direction for you? Also be thinking about the intention you're setting in honor of this new moon. It's going to be very important as we move forward. All right. So as I bring the deck from chaos into perfect unity, we will begin to draw our spread. So for this spread, like I said, we have the Hermit front and center. The journeys that we've been on this season, the journeys that we've been on with Mercury retrograde, the journey that we were on with Venus retrograde, all of that inward searching is coming to fruition. Now we're going to be able to lock in and then utilize all of that to move forward. So I'll be doing a 4-card drawing in honor of Virgo and around the Hermit. I want the first card to represent the self. What have you been dealing with on this Mercury retrograde? What does Virgo season mean for you? I want this to represent the self. The second card is going to be others. How has this season been for others? What is this new moon for others? How have we been interacting with others? I want to see that as well. Third space. The third position in the spread is perfectionism. Where have we been focused on perfection? What is our perfect direction? On any of those themes, those Virgo themes of all, that's what this position is for. And then the final position is big picture. What is the big picture we can get from this season up to this point? What is the big picture for Mercury retrograde? So let's start. In the self position, the card that I draw is the Fool reversed. Let's draw the rest, and then we will get back to him. In the position of others, the card that I draw is the Page of Cups reversed. All right, perfection. The 3 of Cups. And finally, big picture. The Hanged Man. Wow, okay. Let me just adjust these really quick. All right, so starting with the Fool. First of all, this is a very interesting spread. There's lots of dynamism. There's 2 major arcana cards, and the other 2 cards are cups. And remember, this is all surrounding the Hermit. So There's lots of very specific imagery. A lot of it feels very Virgo to me, which is really makes a lot of sense. But let's just go through the spread as it is. So, in the position of the self, so how we are seeing ourselves, the individual, since this is more of a general reading, the individual, it's the Fool reversed. I think the Fool reversed is showing us that during this process, during especially Mercury's retrograde, we were not able to just naively, blindly leap off the cliff of creativity, manifestation, the cliff of the future. We were having to be super analytical, super detail oriented, super focused and pragmatic, all things that the Fool is not at all. So I think as individuals, each of us was not on the Fool's journey this season. We have been on almost the opposite. Instead of blindly going forward naively, we have been saying, banish all ignorance. We need only information. We need to know every detail before we move forward. So I think that's pretty clear. In the position of others, though, I think what's also pretty clear by the Page of Cups is that we, through this process of just focusing on pragmatism, we have lost our intuitive, imaginative, visionary, fun-loving side. And we have not been able to engage with others in that way. We have not been able to offer that side of us to others. In fact, because it's reversed, we probably were closed off from that. Focusing all of our energy on this, we were closed off from others during this process. Maybe you weren't literally closed off from others. Maybe just the part of the journey that you were on, you were not letting your vibrant, imaginative vibes really spread outside of you. You were learning how to deal with those things inside, setting up your goals, being really super pragmatic, analytical, and then you lost a little bit of the surprise of imagination. And I think if this is the individual and this is others, I think it's pretty clear to me that others probably were closed off from that as well and dealing with the same thing. So I think this is showing that we were all on his journey. We were all on the hermit's journey. And hopefully through that process, you were able to find something beautiful and exciting and surprising about yourself. Because moving forward, we're going to be able to dive into the waters a little bit more. So in the third position, the position of perfectionism, perfect. What's perfect? I got the 3 of Cups. Yes. Perfect. Literally perfect. It shows that all of this we did up here was absolutely worth it. Because with all of that, we can be together in perfect harmony, balanced and complete, celebrating all that we did. Love, 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 love. Everything we did together, everything we did as individuals, the journey we went on through this season, all of it is worth it for this sense of perfect unity, perfect celebration. Wonderful to see. I keep wanting to say perfect. It really, really, truly is. We did it right. Then we're able to dive in here. With all of that in mind, in the big picture section, in the position of big picture, I got the Hanged Man. So while we went on this journey by ourselves, others did too. It's a journey that's worth it. For our spirit, for us, for the direction we're heading in. That perfect direction where we can be in this place of perfect unity of self and others. It was a sacrifice. We had to commit to our own journey. We had to make sacrifices of not moving forward. A lot of things probably stalled out for you. We had to maybe be a little bit isolated from others while they went on their journeys as well. It was a sacrifice, but we did it for ourselves. Whether we had the choice or not, we chose to do that. The cards are showing me too that because we did that, we are able to end up in this place, and the sacrifice was worth it. In the big picture, the hanged man as the big picture is showing us that the sacrifice was worth it, because through that sacrifice, we were able to find out who we really are. We were able to support the journey of others doing that same thing, to give them that space. The Three of Cups also shows me that it was absolutely worth it, because the perfection that we found in Virgo is unity. Unity of self, unity of others. The celebratory nature with other people. And the Hanged Man is here to say, all in all, the Hermit's journey was worth it. The sacrifice was worth it. The struggle was worth it. You made it through. You're able to celebrate. You're able to know that you did what you had to do to move forward. Let go of ego and really just go there. Even if you kind of just had to without a choice, you still did it. So great job. So with all of this, now that we know the big picture, now that we know what perfection looks like for us, now that we know that we've gone through what we need to go through, we're ready to move forward. And this new moon practically demands it, mainly because Mercury is going to station direct tomorrow, also in Virgo. And so the review processes are coming to an end. There are still planets in retrograde, so we are still dealing with that, but Venus is direct. Mercury will be direct tomorrow. The lunar cycle is also resetting with this beautiful new moon in Virgo, this perfect new moon. So set your intentions around using your perfect self, trusting your sacrifice, trusting the journey, using all of that self-trust to move onward towards celebration, harmony, and unity across the board. I'm so excited for us to be on this journey together. I'm glad we were in it together up to this point, and I can't wait to continue the journey, but this time, forward. Great job, guys. You're amazing. You all rock. You did a great job this season. Keep it up. Still got a little bit of Virgo season, so keep that Virgo in your hearts, guys. We need it. You're perfect. See you next time.